HN mixes 36 hours, 36 hours under the dark towers, echoing rampages and torture, alone murder and pure horror, still sounding off from over 4 decades ago. A legacy spat out of 1980, Feb 2nd, this is how it goes. Under the dark towers, echoing rampages and torture, alone murder and pure horror, still sounding off from over 4 decades ago. A legacy spat out of 1980, Feb 2nd, this is how it goes. A Nuevo, a Maine built around 1950, able to hold 900 people, appearing head on with Tower 1, where the entry is admin wing, connected to the control center engine with the dining area and kitchen. To the left, where there's cell, house 1 and 2, and dormitory A and B, and education, which is C, then dorm, D and E and F, leaning towards the right. The psychological unit and hospital, that's CB3 and 4 and 5 to 6, where there's poor lights, filled with double bunks, where it's difficult for the puercos to see. Ensuring the count of 60 shitheads per post, yet CB5 is where the most dangerous be. High security, risk of violent, try to escape prone or troublesome type, until they shut it down for renovation, where COs moved in from single cells to the E2 site. The warning signs were written all over the walls, making the evening newscast for months. Like that night of the riot, there was 1,157 people where maximum C block being shut down, with inmates housed everywhere, short on bacon, trained on the high leg. Only 25 huecos on duty that night, half outside the pen, the towers and vehicles on parquet. Prior to this time, demonstrations can be a food and work strike. A 1976 Attorney General signed a state court agreement that still was in the bind. Lawyers repping inmates to improve living conditions and found disciplinary practices. Ignored the court orders by prison officials, still laughing when inmates held in basement strip cells because of dimes dropped and being mentally ill, unfed, toilet holes in the floors, showered down by pigs with a hose, no mercy at will, crying out beatings by puercos, where some inmates were forced to run naked through a gantlet. Pigs wielding axe and pig handles, where more than hundreds of inmates will tell you the same. Torture madness, brutal staff members abusing inmates, teaching this behavior, overcrowded for years, to 2 to 3 inmates in a one-man cell, double bunks making problems greater. Inmates with veterans considered sexual predators, where popos couldn't see shit unless in front of food cells, even ignoring protocols, unlocking doors, trying to bullshit. Like December 1979, 11 convicts gaffled from murders and other violent crimes escaped on a Sunday night. Cutting 2 pin fences right to the towers as an elderly Santa Fe man was shanked and ganked, 4 straps and rides from his crib. 4 days with flying choppers searching for escapees, where most were captured in days, as one still eluded the swine for years, blaming construction, a lack of weapons and pen overcrowding ways. Advocates still repping beacons with warning signs of hell to pay on the lack of fixes, where escapees locked down confined to their cells at dorms, with legislators who visit the pen warned it was a pressure cooker grind, ready to explode any moment, where inmates wanted out of E2, being too high, wanted pigs that could be your rider. Senior puercos feeling the mood, trying to track down the latest rumors of setting it off, yet too late as this what it came to. A cluster in a open medium dormitory, with booze swerving on Bruno, spilled out the kitchen, fermented in trash bags filled with raisins and yeast, spotted with no goals, preying on weak links, noticing after hours swine barely locking themselves in, violating procedures while some Friday night brewing, plotting until Saturday morning. After midnight, around 1:40 3 a.m. A pair of huecos slip out of the side of each other. Young with keys alone. We're cons. We're posted to the unlocked doors. Catchy suckers rushed and overpowered to smash. Rookies as a few where piggies ran packed. Yeah, in the dorm, stripped, bounded, blindfolded, unraveling a takeover tactic. Within minutes, cons and E2 storming the stairs through unlocked gates to the controls of the entire pen. Attracted folk popos, checking on some inmates. The dorm F2 taking the 3 little pueblos, stabbing and beating one of them while the foes ran in the day room of dorm S2 as those residents are released. On 1:57 a.m. grill open into administration's areas. A kick is swine down the corridor despite any pleas. As sympathetic inmates protected a pig with keys obtained from the COs. A cons open the rest of the dorms except for E1, a PC unit where inmates barricaded themselves in by pushing bunks against the entry door. Wow, 500 inmates are free to roam the southern prison. A cone on a two-way radio demanding to talk to the gov and deputy warden, secretary of correction positions. 2:02 a.m. riot to smash the windows of control, gaining access to the whole pen. 2:15 a.m. chaos time, killing spree, freeing on cell blocks. The north except PCC before it begins. A CB3 open, letting out the most dangerous cons into the system, into the riot. Cons ripping apart the prison, now in the infirmary, taking drugs, now at the highest. Electricity flickered off with fires and floods. Cons hunting the enemies, finding them first kill. And CB3 as 2 more from their die. 2, can you see? More Rydaz taken hostage, hiding in the basement by the wood gas chamber. A Rydaz outside knew but didn't know where. Another inmate injured later by a meat cleaver on the head. Brought to the gate with 2 COs released dressed like pintos. More than 80 PC inmates of dome. E1 escapees one at a time crawling through windows. Cons broke into CB4 where 12 inmates were brutally murdered, hanging one on the tier. Another decapitated. Another one face burned off, one with a bar shoved through ear to ear. Another hung with his body mutilated. The rest of CB4 inmates that escaped had to run through a gauntlet of prisoners wielding pipes. How about the 200 rapes during the hunt? Old grudges, excited, more killings from up north and down south, resulting in cons on radios and phones making different demands, using hostages and more. 36 hours. 36 hours. Hell. A late Saturday, inmates bring out the dead through the main entrance. Yeah, by ppm, over 200 surrender coming out in small groups, and then 25 hospitalized, nightmare hands. More than 800 now outside the pen. Under guards as much. More than 60 were took to the hospital for other shit, like injuries and overdoses. Looking like a disaster zone. Choppers and ambulances, yeah, picking up inmates and cops. As 3 from E2 met with TV crews being scared of harassments. 12:30 p.m. the beheaded body was brought out on a stretcher by inmates with his head rested on his thighs. Testament to brutality as the swats into the pen, burning itself outright. Yeah, 17 pigs on duty survived as inmates fell asleep outside. 36 hours flew by, has a lot died and many survived. Yeah, man, under the dark towers. Yeah. Echoing rampages of torture, alarm, murder, and pure horror. Still sounding off from over folk that get to go. A legacy spat out of 1985 second. And this is how it goes. Yeah, how it goes. 36 hours. Yeah, 36 hours. Yo, under the dark towers. Echoing rampages of torture, alarm, murder, and pure horror. still sounding off from over 4 decades ago. Legacy spat out of 1980, Feb 2nd. This is how it goes. 36 hours. 36 hours. Yeah, 36.